Today we're talking about audio gear and specifically wind protection in boom poles. So I just got the brand new updated Rode Blimp. This is a large wind protect and shock mount system for a boomed microphone. In my case, the Rode NTG3. So all it really is this handle grip right here is really helpful if you're gonna hold it to point it, but you can also mount this to a boom pole. And the new boom pole is the Rode Boom Pole Pro. Here is the Boom Pole Pro. It is made of carbon fiber. It has these easy lock and unlock pieces that you can literally twist just like a quarter of an inch. Lock, unlock. This is a massive upgrade to what I have been using, which is this much cheaper Rode Boom that does extend and does work to an extent, but the locking mechanisms break pretty easily. In fact, it doesn't really even lock anymore, and it doesn't extend to 10 feet like the new Boom Pole Pro. So really, this one will be a secondary boom pole at this point. So if we're talking about this Blimp specifically, I wanted to know how effective is it at shock protection with a shock mount that's in here, the Rycoat that's in there. I also wanted to talk about wind resistance, noise from the wind, how well does it guard against it. When you unbox this, it comes with the Blimp itself, the handle that locks in multiple places. You can adjust up and down this little slider here. And then there's a mount on the bottom that's a 3/8 inch thread for the boom pole or a mic stand or whatever you're gonna put this on. And there's also a built-in XLR that plugs into your shotgun microphone on the inside. So if we pop this back end off, you can look inside here and you can see that really it's just hollow. It's pretty light. I mean, this is very plastic around the edge. Loosen these tabs on this little sliding device. And once they're properly loosened, you can just slide this out. Put the Blimp piece down for a moment, and what you have is the internal shock mount unit. Now what this has is the XLR connector here, the female that'll go onto your microphone, and then these two Rycoat little shock mounts, which I guarantee you they're gonna be really, really effective. I have the same type of a Rycoat mount for my H6 that holds this right like this, and it's this really brilliant plastic design where it's just gonna hold everything steady. It's not gonna fall apart on you, and it's also gonna eliminate any handling noise or sorts of bumps and other problems you're gonna run into. So the way the Blimp works is you take your microphone, we plug it in here to the XLR female. Now the XLR is already mounted within the back shock mount. You can pull this open to mount this into the front piece, and boom, your shotgun mic is properly shock mounted. And we're gonna do some tests on the noise here in just a minute. First, I just wanted to show you how this all works. So then all you need to do is slide the Blimp back on, pretty simple, just like we slid it off. Once it's all the way slid in there, you tighten your little twisting tabs down to pull that threading piece back in place. Screw back on your end cap, and there you have the Rode Blimp. Now mounting this to the actual boom pole, you'll screw the 3-inch thread into the opening in the Blimp unit itself. And once that's nice and tight, you've got this mounted to your brand new boom pole, and you are ready to go from an audio standpoint as far as booming out in the field. Now there are plenty of applications for this. In fact, this is kind of an industry standard as far as gear around audio production goes. Here's the one issue I've run into so far. I just got this today, so I haven't had it a long time. I haven't been able to extensively test it out, its durability. It feels very strong. Like a lot of boom poles, they do have an XLR that goes through the actual pole, and there is a male connector on the bottom of the pole that you can plug into your XLR, which brings it into your recorder. This one does not do that, but Rode advertises that you can thread one inside. Well, upon investigation of that is very, very tricky, Rode. I don't know what you were thinking. What I really had to do was pop the top of an XLR cable off, pull all the threading out, pull the little plastic pieces out of the way, and just put the electronics, like those tiny little 3 pins through. I can actually get it through that way, but that was pretty frustrating. I thought there would be an opening big enough for that to go in there. There obviously wasn't. When you put this back on, you gotta align it, make sure it's all good to go. And since I can't get that little plastic piece to connect back to the metal, I'm just gonna use a piece of gaff tape to pull this all together and hold it in place. So we're gonna do a few tests here with this handling noise. We're gonna see how loud, how soft it is. Okay, so we got it plugged into our H6 here. We're gonna just see, this is the shotgun microphone, talking into it really close range, holding with the boom pole. We're gonna do a little noise test. Okay, that is really, really quiet because the only sounds you're hearing are the cable which is not the fault of the shock mount. But as far as keeping the mic steady, that is very, very impressive. So next I'm going to do a little wind test, see how this will handle the wind outside if you were using it in an outdoor application. First comparison we're going to do is with the big old blimp on. How does it sound pointed right into a fan on high? What if we put the included Dead Wombat screen on top of this blimp? Tighten that up and we will try with the Dead Wombat. So right into the middle of that fan, we are really hearing no wind noise with the Dead Wombat. That is very impressive. For comparison's sake, we're gonna do this with just the Rode NTG by itself. No wind protection at all. See how sensitive this microphone is? We're also gonna try it with the Rode NTG's included foam indoor windscreen here. This is the Dead Cat windscreen you can buy just for the naked mic, not the one that comes with the blimp. All right, so that's basically it for this little review. This is not really a review as much as just my first impressions with these things. Moral of the story, I'm really excited for the new Rode Boompool Pro. Even though I'm disappointed with how you have to thread that XLR inside, you can always run around it. And for the blimp, I really like it. I like the way it's constructed. It feels a little less durable than I thought it would, but for the most part, it's got great wind protection, excellent shock mounting, and I'm excited to incorporate those into my arsenal of tools and gear. Be sure and follow me on Twitter. Also like this video if you like it, spread it to the whole world. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Next week I'm going to have the Zoom F8 8-track recorder at my disposal and I'll be doing a review on that. So come check it out next week.